Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the eSports Report for Tuesday, April 8th. So far, we have talked about all kinds of team changes that have gone down. In fact, Ron, I'm throwing you on the spot here, but if you could, let's go take a look at some of the old rosters before today started and some of the new rosters that we are now seeing. Of course, we saw some big announcements going down today from Curse. This is the original Curse Las Vegas lineup at the start of MLG COD Season 1. Parasite was playing with Killa, Miracles, and Ricky. In a trade announced today, Miracles is now moving to Justice. The new Curse lineup, Ricky is going to be a free agent. Killa moving over to Justice as well. Tipsy came over in that trade from Justice. Mochila bumped up from Curse New York. And Enable has now been brought on. Enable had started with Denial West at the U.S. Championships, floating around on Elevate, I believe, and now he is on this Curse lineup. That wasn't the only one. Curse New York went through a number of changes as well. Revan is going to be stepping up as the content manager, and the new squad here for Curse New York, Blfire, of course, going to Denial. Burnsoff is going to step in as captain, and the boys on Xfinity, we're going to see Mud Dog, Croster, and Sin step up for this second Curse squad. Here's a look at that one more time. So Curse Fire is the name we're going as for now, and that is correctly spelled. That is Burn Off, not Burns Off, as most people would like to say properly in their commentary as well as their gamer tags. Sorry about that, Burns. But no, Mud Dog, Sin, Croster, and Burns Off. I think this is the squad to look out for some major upsets. Definitely a strong team. They also announced an Australian squad. Trident T1 Daughters, now Curse Australia. That is the fourth team here from Curse, if you remember that they also have Curse Youth. Now on the other side, Justice, we talked a little bit about this. Here it is one more time. They now have a team house, and the players living in that team house, we're going to see Kill and Miracles joining up with Neslo and Stainville. A very strong squad. Excited to see what this team can do together. Living in Atlanta, they're going to get a lot of time to practice, hopefully come even closer together as friends, and put up some really good stats. They fell short of PAX this year. They were in the running at the very end, but they found themselves in too deep of a hole after a sluggish middle of the season. So they will not be at PAX, this newly rebuilt squad. You know they're going to be playing with a lot more intensity. They hate losing. Killa is going to be the leader, as it sounds like Neslo is going to let Killa call the shots on this squad. We'll see how far they can go. The sky's the limit for this team. A very nasty lineup on paper. Now it's time to talk about Denial, and Denial had two teams going into the U.S. Championship, two teams in the top 16 heading in. Denial West, they were, of course, Enable's crew. These guys did not place as well as they wanted to. Neither did Denial East. Vizzer, Twiz, and the boys fell short. Following this, Twiz is the only returning member of Denial East, and he is now actually the captain of just Denial. They've gone down to just one team. Let's welcome our newest member of the squad. We have Blfire on the team right now. And Blfire, welcome to the show, my friend. Talk to me a little bit about the moves here. Last time you and I talked, it was at Full Sail following the U.S. Championship, where I know you were very disappointed in Curse New York's placing.
Yeah, thank you, Puckett, for having me on the show. As all you know, I'm on Denial right now with Twiz, which I love that guy. Like, he's an amazing player. And I also have Liar with me and Lynx. This is pretty much the Curse Black Ops 2 roster we had back in like MLG Anaheim with an addition of Lynx, which I can't wait to perform with this roster.
We actually have a graphic, I believe, Ron. Find that when you can. We couldn't find a picture of Lynx, so I did some little creative photoshopping. But here they are. You see Blfire playing with Liar, Twiz, and Lynx. Talk to me a little bit about this roster. Who's doing what on the team?
I actually changed my role. As all you know, I usually use an AR, but now I switched to an objective role. I use a sub now. I use trophies. Like I changed this role just because I know I could change a game now by using a sub. Like, I could determine the pace of a game and change the whole meta up and stuff. And we have Lynx slaying. He's just gonna drop insane kills, which I know he could do. He's a great player. He just had like a little attitude problems, but with like players like Liar, me, and Twiz having mature players around him, I feel like we could use him to our advantage. And Liar's our AR and Twizz's are their objective, which I'm really confident with the squad. I feel like we could get top 4 with them.
Now, you're one of the top ARs in the game.
Yeah.
You impressed me every single time I got a chance to commentate you guys, regardless of how your teammates were playing. You are positive. You are locking down portions of the map. One of the nastiest post-up ARs that I saw. What's this transition been like for you? And is it something that your team talked about? Is it something that you just raised your hand and said, hey, I want to try something new now?
This transition, it was like I joined this team and we already had Liar running an AR and Lynx running an AR, and even when I was on Curse, we had like too many ARs. We had me and Moch, so it was like I knew I had to make the switch over. Like I'm good with the sub, and I know I could like handle that role. But we've been scrimming like with the squad so far. Like it's been like a couple days now in, and I've been using my sub, getting used to it, and we've been like playing really well. Like I've been dropping insane numbers with my sub, and I've been like doing all the objective things. I feel like I could really pull this role off. And I just feel like it's going to be a great transition for me.
Now, have you had to up your sensitivity? Totally different classes here. Of course, you always talk to your teammates who are running the sub classes and doing the objective work on Curse New York. What were some of the things you picked up from those guys, and what are some of the new things that you're bringing to your own game?
Pretty much I had to up my sensitivity a little. I used to play on 2 or 3 when I used an AR. Now I play on like 4 sensitivity or something, and my classes now are like, I used to have all ARs pretty much. I just post up. Now I have like 4 different subs, like to like change up the metagame at any time I want. I have trophies on one sub, like stuns and tack resist on others. So I could just change like the whole game up, like whenever it starts up. So I could change the whole like outcome. It's like I watch like TP's videos and stuff, so that really like helped me change up my play style. So
learning from TP. That's a good person to go and study up on. Very smart guy. Let's talk a little bit about your squad. And you said that Liar's running AR, Lynx also ARing for the moment. Are either of them going to be focusing more on the SMG, or are you guys going to try and stick with 2 ARs on this team?
Liar's more of the passive AR. He's like the 100%. He's like constant AR all the time. And Lynx, it depends on the map. If it's Octane, Lynx will use his AR with Liar. He's more aggressive and he just goes for kills. But Lynx is the player that could change back and forth and just drop numbers with either a sub or an AR. So he's going to be transitioning back and forth as well with us.
All right, well, we've seen that, even 4 ARs can work out for teams like Complexity. It all depends on the map. It's not necessarily about the loadout, but it kind of bigger picture here. Denial does not have a slot in the MLG COD Season 2. So you guys are going to be some top free agents, I know, coming into April 17th. Is there any existing team that you know of that you would like to play for and haven't had the opportunity yet? Any guys out there in the MLG COD League that you've been wanting to play with for a while?
Not really. Like, even though I was on Curse NY, I just had like certain players in my mind that I wanted to play with, like Twiz, but apparently like since we're not in the league, and that's like really unfortunate for us, but I'm just focusing on like UGC and maybe Anaheim coming up. So the league is not something I'm really like worried about right now, but if anything, I'll probably be a top sub for some like top team that might need a sub. And that's all I could do for now, I guess.
All right, well, I'm excited for you guys. Best of luck on this Denial squad. I know you guys are planning on playing through the Anaheim open bracket or the play-in for Season 3. Any other tournaments that you'll be attending? Where else are you guys going to be playing, and where can we watch you?
We'll be at UMG Niagara, of course, or UGC Niagara, and we'll be at MLG Anaheim. And hopefully we get a spot at Gfinity. We'll get invited to that, hopefully. And we'll pretty much be playing for Denial. You could follow me on Twitter at Denial_Blfire. And be sure to check out my other teammates' Twitters, Denial_Twiz, Denial_Liar, or Lynx. They're all good players. Be sure to check them out. And just follow us on Twitter if you want any updates from us.
All right, well, I appreciate you coming on the show. Final question here. We're coming into PAX, a lot of mixed-up teams now. Of course, the returning champions, Complexity. How do you rank them 1 through 6? We got Complexity, Envy playing with FaZe, Strictly Business, Team Caliber, and Curse Las Vegas.
I say Complexity is going to be number 1 still, and the second spot could be either SB or Envy, I'd say. So those are like the top 3. And then I don't even know after that. I don't see LV doing good because it's like they all like split up completely. It's going to be an awkward situation for them playing together. But that's my top 3 right now.
That's the theme. I think LV's got a lot to prove out there, that even if things have gone on in the background, they could focus. We'll see if they can live up to the challenge. Once again, that is Blfire. Make sure you follow him on Twitter. Thanks for coming on the show. After this, I'll be talking with the captain of Team Caliber. They've made some moves recently. They've lost some players following the Call of Duty Championship. Now it looks like a full team has been built. They're happy with this lineup, and today Sharp is coming on to talk about his new squad.